what could come, it's okay. Like Kalani's, ride you like Kalani, it's okay. Here at the parties, right here at the parties. You better. I like the way your body is that too obvious? Okay, I like your confidence. Oh, this what could come, it's okay. Like Kalani's, ride you like Kalani, it's okay. Here at the parties, right here at the parties. You better.
Hey y'all, I'm here to show y'all a motherfucking lip combo. So I started with a base lip. These are 2 pencils that my homegirl Day shaped to me. I'm gonna tag her below. I don't know where she got them from, but it was a lovely gift. So today we're gonna test them out. As you can see, I'm already loving this 714 red. The lighter shade was a 500. I just moisturized my lips with some Burt's Bees chapstick, and the red came out so pigmented and pretty. I swatched the lighter color to see how I like it. Down my lips, mixed it in, gave me this really pretty pink. And then I went in with some NYX lip butter gloss, and yeah.
Hey girl, will you hold this for me? Go on, take it. Don't be shy, take some more. Thank you. You know what? You can keep it. I said keep it.
I have to go to the gym today. Like, I don't even...
If you don't jump up and down 3 times, your little brother will get hit by a car.
What the...
You heard me. Thank you. Now, if you don't go in the closet in 5 seconds, your mom dies too. Hurry.
Oh my
5,
god, damn.
4.
Why are you laughing?
Cause it's fucking funny. You got voices in your head, bitch. You're a psycho-ass mother.
You know what sounds good right now? Ruining my mental health and my emotional well-being. I too thought I was dreaming when they said they loved me, Frank, and what a mistake that was.
You are buying a house? Zip it. You are purchasing a car? Zip it. You are going on a vacation? Zip it. You are going to get your degree? Zip it. You got promoted? Zip it. You have a good man? Zip it. You have a good woman? Zip it. 99% of the time, the reason that our dreams don't come true when they are supposed to is because we open our mouth too soon to the wrong people at the wrong time.
Think one day. I said, stick 'em up, everybody, I'm robbing this place. Drop all of your money in my guitar case. Don't nobody move and don't nobody reach for that door. Ladies.
My favorite place to be vegan is in Ghana. While Ghanaian cuisine is not traditionally vegan, it is quite plant-based, making it easier to adjust without jumping through many hoops. I can cook wholesome, nutrient-packed meals that draw on my travels across Ghana and influence meals like this. But my favorite part of it all is a tie between my clay pots and gas stove and having the chance to cook in a place with a culture of everyday cooking and slow cooking. The cooking experience for me is a lot more relaxed and more true to myself. Lately, I've been feeling very self-conscious about my cultural food. When you spend a lot of time creating content in North America with a pressure to coerce your meals into quick, simple, hurried cooking processes, with failure to do so making your food intimidating to the masses, it is nice to be outside of that environment where cooking like I do is not foreign. I can get to really enjoy the process of cooking and enjoy my food.
You don't believe in harm reduction. And this is the last video I'm making tonight, but you don't believe in it. Because in my mind, if I know the Democrats win off of the volume of people voting versus the dogma behind their vote, me making judgment calls on what people should and should not do in that voting booth doesn't really serve me. Because you all seem to think and keep repeating, everybody who criticizes a Democrat is voting for Trump. You don't like Democrats, you're pro-Trump. You all think that the debate that people are having about not voting is between Democrats and Republicans. It's not. The Democrats' greatest opponent is not voting. And you all have 468 seats up for election. Do you not care about those? Because these people, if they're rhetorically boxed in the corner, they're not voting. Democrat or Republican. I'll tell you that right now. And most of these people are people who traditionally vote for Democrats, even when not voting in the presidential race. So if you believe that voting is harm reduction, you would just get people to vote in the first place and shut up about it.
Y'all, this is my bitch, Scotty.
And I'm from the South.
She runs the South.
No estaba coqueteando. Soy naturalmente adorable. Si tienes un problema con eso, háblalo con Dios.
Meet Heman Bekele. At just 14 years old, he's now America's young top scientist for creating a bar of soap
that could help fight skin cancer. Heeman is the winner of the 3M Young Scientist Challenge, where middle school students tackle real-world problems through science. His submission was a bar of soap that was created by computer models that tested different types of medicinal ingredients. With help from mentors at 3M and cancer researchers at University of Virginia, he landed on a recipe for his bar of soap that can fight skin cancer. He was inspired to create a more affordable treatment solution after learning that skin cancer is the most common type of cancer in the United States, and that millions of Americans every year go through treatment at a cost of $9 billion. His soap hasn't been through human testing yet, and he still needs to prove to the FDA that it's safe and effective, but winning the competition and $25,000 definitely is his push to keep going. It just goes to show that no matter how young you are, you can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Congrats, Heeman.
Don't wait, create. There's a world that needs the passion and vision to your gate. Play your strings that sing different melodies. Let every key be the piece that one needs. Dance the words that are too loud to write on paper. Twist and twirl the complexity of human nature. Strut in power for endless memory. Sing like psalms, let every note flow in their arms. Plant the seed of emotion, the show must go on. And it all starts at Creator's Catalog.
There is nothing that could have prepared me for this. Peking High School was established in 1915, and they named their mascot the Peking Anti-Asian, Anti-Chinese Racial Slur. We'll call it Blinks. They had a male and female version of this mascot that they called Blink and Blinkette. When the team scored, they would strike a gong. The high school had another little mascot named Mr. Bamboo. Not Bamboo, Banboo, to which phrases like "have spirit, will win" are attributed, making fun of Chinese people speaking broken English. The high school cafeteria was called the Dragon's Den, and the concession stand was called the Chow Line. The town ice rink was called Blink Rink. In 1974, the National Organization of Chinese Americans urged the school and the local government to change the name. By the late 1970s, the school mascot was the same, but local papers stopped printing the name. I wonder why. In 1980, a new superintendent was hired in the district, and he changed the name from the Blinks to the Dragons. You ain't slick, and I'm still suspicious. Hundreds of alumni and students staged a walkout in protest of changing from the Blinks to the Dragons. This mascot remains retired, and the school is still known as the Pekin Dragons today. Pekin, Illinois is just south of Peoria, about 3 hours outside Chicago. I'm in Pekin right now for work, and it was also a sundown town, so I'm not posting this until I'm on my airplane home.
Security check them for guns? No, for real. Her, too, her purse.
If you care about the people in Haiti, do not scroll past, stay put, and watch the entire video. I made an announcement last week that I was trying to find a charity where they can get 100% of the proceeds for this sound you're hearing now, the song called I Don't Care, Jersey Club, that I made in dedication to my people in Haiti. For everyone that doesn't know, I'm a Haitian American influencer and DJ and producer, and I wanted to find a way to give back to my people in Haiti. I ain't got no money, I can't protest, I can't do a lot of things, but I know how to make some damn beats, and that's what I did for my people. I'm happy to announce that I did find a charity. They're called P4H Global. Absolutely, positively, 100% of the proceeds, as you can see here, will go to the people in Haiti and that charity. So all you guys gotta do is use this sound in whatever video you wanna use. Stream the songs on all streaming platforms. I made sure to put the link in the bio for it in my link tree. And most importantly, everybody who buys the song is $1 on iTunes and Amazon. You buy the song, 100% of that goes to this charity. So, yeah, I don't know what y'all waiting for. You guys want to help the people in Haiti or not? Then use the sound, buy the song on iTunes. Did my part, baby.
Hi, my name is Paris, and this is my voice. 20 minutes on testosterone.
Hello, my name is Paris, and this is my voice. 1 year on testosterone.
Don't jump me, but like, why are y'all scared to say black people when you're talking about black people? Like, y'all always gotta use the word people of color to be like, to feel like you're safe. Like, it's okay to say black. Like when y'all be getting exposed for being racist and then y'all like want to make an apology video, y'all be like, oh my gosh, like I didn't mean to offend, like I'm so sorry that I offended people of color. No, you offended black people. Like you could say black people. It's just weird because it's like y'all make it sound like it's like an offensive word, like black. We not gonna be offended, baby. I am black. I even talked to somebody one time because she was like, she didn't feel comfortable saying black, so she was calling people African American. But I told her like, you can't call everybody African American because not everybody is American. That's like me going to like, you know, London and then like calling it, like y'all get what I'm trying to say, right? Like, oh, they're African American. They not even American. Let's start with that. Y'all could literally say black. Like, it's okay. It's okay. I don't know if somebody made you feel like you have a problem. They had a problem with like you saying it, but like I'm cool with that. Cause it's like, it's so irritating. Like when I mean, the world kept spinning, but it's so irritating when I see people like, oh, people of color. And then the people of color are accepting the apology, but not the black people. Like, girl, it's okay.
I would really like to believe that there's no such thing as a human being who is too far gone, that everyone can be reformed if you just have the right tools in place. But every time I want to believe that, Zionists show me a new level of depravity, and so I am forced to abandon this hypothesis. If you did not know, Bisson has been nominated for an Emmy, which, by the way, is essentially the same as giving table scraps to a dog, literally just saying, oh my goodness, we love bearing witness to your suffering, even though you are fundamentally in favor of all of the things that create the conditions for this mass killing and genocide that is currently being documented. But even that token recognition was simply too damn much for Zionists. Too much! Over 150 creative leaders signed a letter asking to strip Bisson of this nomination because God actually forbid Palestinian suffering gets a modicum of acknowledgement. Can you literally imagine seeing the modern day equivalent of Anne Frank and going, not only am I completely in support of the genocide of her people, I'm actually going to make sure, yeah, those performative recognitions that you're giving her, take that shit away. We don't even want to pretend to care. These people are the absolute moral backwaters of humanity. It's actually disgusting.
I've never seen me and Gabby in the same room. I'm not saying we are. But I'm not saying we aren't either.
So you posted this, and it reminded me of this. Journalists have been murdered in the process of showing us what is happening in Palestine, which also is not new, but is particularly high risk now. So AI-generated photos feel really disingenuous. There are material ways that we can improve the lives of individuals fleeing Rafah, and we need to be doing that. One of the ways that we can do this is by helping Ola and her family. This is the GoFundMe for Ola Muhammad. Her and her family are relocating to Egypt. She's fleeing with young children and elderly adults who are chronically ill, and her husband who is in desperate need of surgery. If you can donate and share, that would mean the world to me. But more importantly, it would keep Ola and her family safe.
People don't make albums anymore. They don't make albums. They just try to sell a bunch of little quick singles and they burn out and they put out a new one and they burn out and they put out a new one. People don't even listen to a body of work anymore.
Old Navy, you know you have a habit of rewriting history, but did you think you could do it again under our watch? After several people questioned your total denim experience, you geniusly removed it, just like your plus sizes. I was looking for a size 26.
So the 26 is not gonna be in store.
Okay.
Those are gonna be like online.
I saw a 22, but I didn't see a 26. So I was wondering if there were any in the back at all.
No, we don't have any.
Oh,
I can tell you, maybe Sherman Oaks might have one unit.
Pardon? I was at the Beverly location and they told me that I'd be able to find a size 26 jeans here.
Was there a specific color?
Whatever's available at this point. Thank you. Okay, I'm just as shocked as y'all are.
Ain't no jumping today.
Baba. Okay, let's go see if they have any more in a 26, because I'm gonna buy them. I'm wondering if you have any more 26s? Really in like any style. I'm just excited that I found a size in stores. I'll just stick with these for today. Thank you so much for your help. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Just these two. Thank you. And out of all of those jeans, there were only 2 size 26s? Is this the total denim experience y'all was talking about, Old Navy?
If you could return, don't let it burn, don't let it fade. I'm sure I'm not being rude, but if you could return, don't let it burn, don't let it fade. I'm sure I'm not being rude, but if you could return, don't let it burn, don't let it fade. I'm sure I'm not being rude, but if you could return, don't let it burn, don't let it fade. I'm sure I'm not being rude, but if you could return, don't let it burn, don't let it fade. I'm sure I'm not being rude, but if you could return, don't let it burn, don't let it fade. I'm sure I'm not being rude.
Oh my goodness, some of you guys are acting like I drop kicked someone's puppy. I went on a date.
It is the weirdest thing to me. Democrats say that it is racist to believe, well, they say it's racist to do anything. I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday and one today. I'm sure they're going to call that racist too, but it's good. I love you guys.
Nobody laughed. Do you hear the silence? That is so awkward. I almost feel bad for you. Almost. You're not funny at all, at all. You're not funny, you're weird, you're weird. Let's sing it again. You're not funny at all, at all. You're not funny, you're weird, you're weird.
So awkward, Rob.
Yeah, I'm fresher than a peppermint, fresher than a freshman, fresher than a baby with a lemon. They ain't touching us, it's easy to be me. Look at me, look at me.
It's very interesting to watch people twist themselves in the knots going, we need to protect Tim Walz's son Gus. And I'm not saying be an asshole to that kid, nor am I saying that he deserves any sort of bullying at all, no. But it is very, very strange. Now that a disabled person serves a political purpose, you're not going around calling them the R word, right? Because remember how you all brought that back on this app? Like all across social media? Like it was fun, shits and giggles? Now is the time to protect disabled people? Really? Sure. Of course. Not when it was time to talk about the lack of caregiving services for disabled people because of COVID. Nor the time when about 14 million people lost health insurance when the COVID emergency ended. Not when disabled people begged for better ventilation systems in schools and public spaces so disabled people can go outside. Now when disabled people ask people to mask, right? Just a mask in public spaces, even mostly in just hospitals and healthcare settings. No, none of those times were the time to protect disabled people. But when it comes time to use a disabled person, that's the time to protect them.
Men don't like loud women.
And I don't like you. Yeah.
Peace. In today's language lesson, we are exploring active voice versus passive voice. Active voice is when the subject performs the verb in the sentence. Passive voice is when the verb is performed on the subject in the sentence, sometimes without attribution. An example of active voice would be,
I will always stand up for Israel's right to defend itself.
it is clear where the speaker stands in their assistance of Israel defending itself. An example of passive voice would be,
At the same time, what has happened in Gaza over the past 10 months is devastating. So many innocent lives lost.
it is unclear how the devastation and loss of life occurred in Gaza. It is not attributed to any particular entity and certainly not connected to Israel's right to defend itself, for which the speaker has vowed unwavering support. And you may say that the speaker is only a passive observer because they're just the VP, and any decisions made in the aid of Israel that resulted in the devastation and loss of life in Gaza was solely on G-Side Joe. But that doesn't line up with the next example of active voice.
With respect to the war in Gaza, President Biden and I are working around the clock.
So you see, the president and I working together denotes a collaborative effort in the support of Israel defending itself. Therefore, the devastating loss of innocent lives in Gaza as a result of said defense can rightly be laid at the feet of all collaborators involved. And that is today's lesson in active versus passive voice. Now you know. See you next lesson. We out ya.
What do you do when a sister takes 3 to 4 business days to text you back? Absolutely, you shut the hell up. Because we know, but I promise you this, when we text you back, after that 6-day marker, you will have our undivided attention. Hell, proper grammar, en français if you need it. I'm just saying, as a community, as a sisterhood, as a unit, we can be even more mindful and more cutesy about how we treat each other. I'm saying that, I'm trying.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both. Oh yes, they both. Oh yes, they both reached for. Let me hear it. The gun, the gun, the gun. Oh yes, they both reached for the gun, for the gun.
I wish that the world was a safer place for black women, and I wish I could walk into any room and not be immediately assumed to be like this mean, horrible, terrible person who's plotting against everyone else, and I wish that I was understood immediately, and I wish that I could see myself in every single piece of media that I consume, but that's not the way that life is, and I wish that every single day, and I'm so tired. I'm so tired of being misunderstood as a black woman, for my passion and for my enthusiasm and for my feelings to be misconstrued and perceived as anger, or just relegated as anger, because that's the only kind of acceptable kind of emotion that you have in your mind for me to be able to express. I'm angry. Are you happy? I'm angry. But I'm also sad, and I'm hurt, and I'm pained, and I feel unseen and unappreciated frequently in the environments that we inhabit, and it needs to stop. I know this one video isn't gonna change all of your minds, but let it make you think! Toodles! Toodaloo!
Don't y'all think that if there was an actual formula to how to make a successful pop star, record labels would be making them hand over fist day after day? To get on here and spew that opinion from the comfort of your full-size bed while having never spent a single day in the music industry is crazy. And it's probably part of the reason why this girl had to get on the internet and tell y'all stop coming up to her in public. Because y'all have this expectation of performance, and the performance doesn't end when she takes off the makeup and stops being Chappell Roan. The performance never ends. You expect it 24/7, online, offline, in person, digitally. And that is simply part of the problem. No one is saying you can't like Chappell Roan. No one is saying you can't like the music. But what you have to understand with that is that you still don't know who this person is behind the glitz, the glam, whatever music she's putting out. And I would argue to say that even the songs she's making, while colored by her own experiences, don't exactly paint a full picture of who she is or what that experience actually entailed, because we're only getting one side of the story. I've always said that I think people should be able to share their opinion, but I don't think I've ever did a good job of saying that while you may have your opinions, they should at least be backed up by some form of research. And remember that the research that you find should be reputable and should still help to prove your point, but it will probably be skewed in some way. I just think saying someone may not be qualified to be a pop star while we don't know exactly what it takes to make a pop star is a non-starter. And to say it so confidently online should be a little bit embarrassing, because if you knew what it took to be a pop star, why are you not it?
Y'all, whenever people get on here and say things like, oh, I don't care what anybody got to say about me, I get super quiet because I do. I know it's not cool to say that, especially on here, but I actually care quite a bit about the opinions of the general public because people will just say things that just stick with you. Like, y'all know I be outside more than the sun and the moon than a stop sign. Like, literally, I be in everybody's city. And so, you know, I'm out of town, right? And this one girl, she recognized me. She went up and she said, oh, my God, AG, right, whatever. We chat, right? She's like, oh, my gosh, do you know what you look like? I feel like you look like what E. Kane thinks her baby daddy looks like. Chris? Like, I've been thinking about that comment for 8 months now. Like, I don't know the whole evil Brett Fires thing. I don't see it, but I'll laugh. I'll chuckle. Chris? Now, what if that was my 13th reason? Another flaw of mine is I feel like I'm too sensitive to be this nosy because I won't let things go. Like, you can't come around me talking about some, oh my gosh, you're so funny. You're so cool. You're so real. You're nothing like they said you'd be. Oh, because now I need to know, who are they? And what did they say I was going to be like?
I'm telling you, when I get mad, I see red. No, I'm like really a crash out. No, sometimes I scare myself when I get angry. It's like a whole different person. Like I'm literally possessed. No, they know not to put me in these situations because I don't stop until the other person's unconscious. I'm really trying to keep my cool because you do not want the old me to come out.
Yes, we
You
do.
do not want me from 3 years ago coming out. See, y'all know me by Tati, but when I get mad, I'm gonna introduce y'all to Tatiana. If you see me quiet during an argument, you better start praying. Nah, y'all don't want to know what happens when I get angry. You better ask about me, because I was banned from Chuck E. Cheese.
What is that?
I will turn into a whole transformer when I get disrespected. No, like, I really black out in a fight. Like, I cannot remember anything that happened. No, like, there's a side of me that's very dark, very angry, very destructive.
Okay, so bring her out then.
No, I'm not going to bring her out right now. If I start laughing in the middle of an argument, run.
Let me hear it.
This is what I want to say. This is what I love. Look at Sped Teacher for Life's comment. I think not voting at all is surrendering your vote. Everyone should vote their conscience if that means writing in Gaza for the top of the ticket. That's the only way they hear us. Do you see rhetorically what they just did? Look at it again. This is what I want to say. Ew. I think not voting at all is a surrendering your vote. Clear stance on voting rather than the politic behind it. Everyone should vote their conscience, even if that means writing in Gaza at the top of the ticket. Recognizing people's feelings on an issue, not chastising them, bringing them into the fold, respecting what they do in that voting booth. That's the only way they hear us. Bringing it back towards collectivism. We're in this together, but my main goal is to just get you in the booth. That's what that comment says to people. That's what gets people voting. And I know it's not popular because you think that every time you're advocating for Democrats, it needs to be some sort of pep rally, but this is what's effective.
I know that you love me. You don't need to remind me. Wanna put it all behind me.
Watching television in 2024 is kind of like going back to your hometown, the neighborhood haunts, a local Wawa, if you will. Walking down the street in general, and then seeing somebody whose face you kind of recognize, but like, you know, the contours, you know, like the general place where you kind of sort of know them. Like, their entire figure is a memory that you can't quite place. And you sure as shit do not remember their name. But you kind of do that wave anyways, and then like act like you didn't see them in case they don't see you. But that's what it's like to watch TV in 2024. Because why was I just serviced an ad for a TV show whose first season ended 2 years ago? 2 years ago. I was literally sitting there like, I think I know these faces. I think I know these faces together. I even think I know these faces together, plus the setting, plus the lighting. And then I tried to mentally dare myself to remember the name of the show, and I literally could not. Because the last season ended 2 years ago. And then they're just going to pick up like nothing fucking happened. I want my 22 episode seasons back. I want a new season every year. Okay? And no, this does not mean that I don't want people to be paid what they're worth, or the crew or tech, no matter who's working on the show, they should be paid and protected. But this is absolutely ridiculous.